Hi students, coming to the next topic, that is operator overloading. So this operator overloading is an example for this static or compile time polymorphism. So this operator overloading can exist only at the compile time polymorphism. So it is a type of polymorphism in which an operator is overloaded. So operator overloading, the name itself is indicating it is a type of polymorphism in which an operator is overloaded. Operator is overloaded to give user defined meaning. To it. This you call it as a operator overloading. Operator overloading is a type of polymorphism in which an operator is overloaded to give user defined meaning to it. Okay, suppose if you want to add two integers, then you will use to add two integers, we will use plus operator. Okay, suppose if you want to add or if you want to concatenate, you take it as a concatenate because we are using the strings. If you want to add two strings, you will use plus operator. So here we are using the plus for both adding the integers as well as combining the strings. So this is operator overloading. So which an operator is overloaded to give user defined meaning. To use user defined meaning, we use this operator overloading. C++ programming allows programmer to redefine the meaning of operator when they operate on class objects. So this you call it as an operator overloading. So how to operate this how to overload the operator? How to overload the operator means how to let's see this. So to overload a operator function is defined inside a class. To overload a operator function is defined inside a class. Let's see how we will define inside a class. So here the class name, this is the syntax I'm writing for the operator overloading. Class name, just you declare the data members and this public, just mention the return type, use the operator sign, whatever the operator you want to overload. So operator overloading, return type, operator sign you have to write before the arguments, means before this return type, just operator sign and write the function definition, close the class. So this is the syntax for the operator overloading. So to overload an operator, a operator function is defined inside a class. So this is the operator function that you have to be defined inside a class. So let us see one example for this operator overloading. So let us take one example, the program example. So here I'm taking the class rectangle. I'm declaring the parameters int L comma B, length and breadth. Public rectangle is the function. So this is a constructor. The constructor name is same as the class name. So this is a constructor. The function here is L is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. I declared it. Now here in this same class I'm writing the operator overloading. So the return type operator, here I'm using the plus plus. This is the increment operator I'm using. So here this is a unary increment operator function overloading. So L plus is equal to 2, B plus is equal to 2. So in the same I'm writing the display function also, void display. Now I'm printing the values for this cout, length, so print the L value, cout, breadth, print the B value. So close the class. So here I have written the class function. So the class rectangle, and this is the constructor. Here I initialize the values as L is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. After that initializing the value, I use the operator overloading. So the operator overloading, this is the syntax, this is the return type, and this here the increment operator, I use the unary increment operator. For that I have declared some values, and I'm for printing, this is the void display function. Now I'm writing the main program, int main function I'm calling. So here I'm declaring the object for the class rectangle. R is the object for class rectangle. So after creating the object, now I'm just printing that length, breadth before increment. So before increment I'm printing, so that should be r dot display. So it comes to here. First it takes the object's values and it comes to here and print the r dot display. After that I'm using the operator overload. I'm calling the operator overloading function plus plus r. So this is also this, with the help of the object you can call the function in the class. So plus plus r I declared. Now I'm printing cout, length, breadth after increment. Okay, so again call r plus r dot display. So after increment it prints the values, return 0. So this is a function with unary increment operator. Then what will be the output now? Output is, first it enters, it prints length, breadth before increment. So what will be the values before increment? First, whenever I declare an object, after that it enters into this function. So it prints L is equal to 0, that is the length. So I declare it as length. So length 0, breadth 0. After that it enter into this void operator, the operator overloading function. So whenever it sees, first it prints length, breadth after increment. Length is equal to 2, breadth is 2. Okay, so this is an operator overloading. So I had tell what is an operator overloading, and this is an example. So let us see some rules for this operator overloading. So if you are writing the program on operator overloading, you have to follow some rules. The rules for operator overloading. Let's see the rules. So the first one is only existing member can be overloaded. Only existing member can be overloaded means we cannot created our own operator to overload. So it should be remembered, you cannot create your own operator, only the existing member can be overloaded. And the next rule is the overload operator must have at least one operand of user defined type. So it should have at least one operand of user defined type. Next, coming to another rule, it follows syntax. So operator overloading has to follow the syntax rules while declaring the operator. So it should follow the syntax rules of original operator. Whatever the original operator is using syntax, that syntax it has to be followed for user defined also. It follows syntax rules of original operator. This means we cannot change the basic meaning of operator. We cannot change the basic meaning of operator. So while you're writing the program, these are the rules you have to be followed for operator overloading. And next thing is, it has to, some operators cannot be overloaded. So you have to remember, all the operators cannot be overloaded, only some will be overloaded. So what are the operators that cannot be overloaded? They are member access operator. So which operator you'll use for member access? Dot operator. And pointer to member access operator, that is dot pointer. And scope resolution operator, these cannot be overloaded. These operators cannot be overloaded. Scope resolution operator. Next, size operator. That is the size of. Next, ternary operator. Okay, so these operators cannot be overloaded. That thing you have to be remembered. And we cannot use friend functions to overload some operators. So you cannot able to use the friend functions also to overload some of the operators, like equal to, function call, class member access operators, like that. So these are the different rules you have to be followed while you're using the operator overloading. Thank you.